Hi friends, Linda here. Whew, today is gonna be a good day. I went to my allotment and they had rhubarb for £1 a bundle. I wanted to buy 3 bundles, so £3, but the lady gave me a deal, 6 bundles for £4. So now I'm a proud owner of 6 kilos of rhubarb. We're gonna process it today because I need to do it. I am going to work tomorrow and I have no time and I think they're gonna spoil. And they're gorgeous. I have written down some recipes so that I can have plenty of things to do. So my plan for the rhubarb at the moment is 2 kilos will go into a jam because I do like rhubarb jam, and I will add some lemon to it. Then 1.5 kilos will go into rhubarb wine because I have one demijohn empty and I do not want it to stay empty and not earn its keep in my house. And basically either I'm gonna make really nice wine or I'm gonna make really nice vinegar, very fancy. Either way, great. So experimenting. I got this book. Brew it yourself, and yeah. And I've been trying to go through the recipes and they have rhubarb wine, so I want to experiment and try it once in my life at least. And then the rest of it will be processed into a rhubarb crumble, and then it's gonna be frozen because who doesn't like rhubarb crumble, right? Especially when you're like coming in from a day outside or from work and you just pull it out of the freezer and you have a really nice homemade dessert. Let's get on with it. The light is very good today, but it's not gonna keep. Otherwise, my kitchen always looks like a cave. Seriously, you're coming in here and it's so dark. And then my living room, which is south facing, is so lovely. Why can't my kitchen be like that? Like, could someone put like massive windows there? That would be great. My plan at the moment is I'm gonna process all of the rhubarb, weigh it out per recipe, and like the most of the batches, and then I'm gonna wash it and then chop it up in like squares because every recipe asks for little squares. Okay, I'm done with all of the cutting. I'm wearing gloves because there is such a high acidity level in rhubarb that it probably would wrinkle my fingers. Let's start boiling. I know I've been making a lot of wine recently, but it takes about a year to mature, so, and I have demijohns to spare. Well, I have one more left to spare, and then after that I'll probably stop and wait for a year. So this one's the wine. I need to bash this with the sugar and then leave it for a night. This one's the 3 batches of Rhubarb Crumble. Suddenly forgot the name. Just like your brain just turned off. Gone. And this is the 2 kilos for the jam. I think I'm gonna start with the jam and then deal with that and then water bath it. You can water bath rhubarb jam because of the high acidity level in rhubarb, especially with the sugar as well. So there's that. So for this recipe we need 2 kilos of rhubarb, 2 kilos of sugar, which I still need to weigh, and then 2 lemons, juice of 2 lemons. I am tired today, wow. 1 kilo. I'll probably need to mix this up because it's starting to probably boil on the bottom. 2 kilos. And then because I have doubled the batch, everything's double, so it's juice of 2 lemons instead of 1. No upper body strength for me at all. I wish some recipes would just say how much lemon juice you need to put in, because lemons are not always the same size and not all of them have the same amount of juice, you know. And then I need to add 2 tablespoons of pectin. So, pectin is the thickening agent. If you wanted to do it naturally, you would need to just put in some apples, because apples have a lot of pectin. And apples would make your jellies solidify. Okay, great, there is liquid underneath, which is good, because that will give us, that means it's not going to burn to the bottom, which it can. That just needs to boil now. So this recipe asks for 2 kilos of rhubarb, no, 1.5 kilos of rhubarb, 1.25 kilos of sugar. This is a sterilized bucket that I sterilized. I have a liquid that sterilizes. You need to it's a powder, you mix it with water and it sterilizes it. One teaspoon of pectin enzyme, if I can open this thing up, because it's just not gonna open. There we go, got it. 1 teaspoon of this, and as far as I know, it's helping to pull out all of the juices out of the fruit. So anytime you make a fruity wine, I've been adding one of these. And then 1 Camden tablet. crushed. Be careful, don't touch these. They're basically poisonous. But they stop bacterial growth. So anything that's growing on the rhubarb will not grow because it will stop it until we introduce the yeast later on. But until then, it's gonna be quite stable and sterile environment. One crushed tablet. And then I'm washing my hands thoroughly because I do not want that stuff near my mouth anywhere. And apparently then we just need to bash it with something. I don't have anything except for this. If I had rolling pin, it would be good as well, I guess. And then basically we do this and then we put it away for a day, and you will not see it, but I will add yeast to it and then I'll probably leave it for 4 days and then decant it in my last demijohn. I do enjoy spending time with you guys in the comments, so let me know what you think and what kind of recipes you like to make with rhubarb. Yeah? Jam is boiling beautifully, but while it's doing that, I think I'm gonna start on the crumble because I'm gonna freeze it so that the underside, the rhubarb, will need to be cool before I put it in the freezer. Yeah, let's do that. So 1.5 kilos of rhubarb, that's three lots, and then I need 300 grams of sugar. I'm going through the sugar like crazy today. You just need to boil this down a bit. For about 15 minutes, so that basically it needs to be syrupy, but the rhubarb kind of, you want to keep it like together still a bit. I don't know if you can hear it, but everything's merrily bubbling away, and I just added vinegar to my water because I have super hard water, so I don't have that lime scale film when I water bathe my jam, which is almost ready. It's already sheathing. It basically is when you take a spoon and when it drips, it kind of like sheets, like a whole sheet, and it just like flops around. I needed to add more pectin though, because two tablespoons was not enough. I think I added like almost all of the bottle. I think that much on the bottom. I just kept adding it because it wasn't solidifying, so now it is. My crumble base is almost ready. There's only a couple of pieces that are a bit hard, but I'm thinking I'll give it another 2 minutes and then that's it. And I'm taking my jam off now. My lid's already boiling, and this is going to be my pot. For it though, I can't put the jars on the bottom without support. So I have these old rings. They are slightly rusted, so I was thinking that I probably can sacrifice them as they rings on the bottom that will just like boil with the rest of it. So the jars will sit on it. Okay. Just like too much to do. Too many projects, too many things at the same time, and I get a little bit overwhelmed and I need to step back a bit from time to time and just like calm and chill. They have boiled, they can go somewhere else. For now, I'm just gonna put them on the sink. You're done, you're done, and you're done. Everyone stops. Everything's stopping. Ooh. Okay. That's kind of dangerous because it is very, I mean, I don't know how many jars I made. I just hope it's gonna be tasty. If you have your favorite jams, please let me know. Maybe I will be able to try a recipe. I'm always happy to learn new things and new recipes, and any advice you can give me about things would be awesome. This is so hot. Ah. Now the rings, and then they go inside. I actually managed to get almost 7. This one's a bit lower, but I'll can it anyways. I'll just eat it first. Now the moment of truth, will the canning lids work as like the base? Because this is not my usual setup. I just don't want to have my big canner coming out from the garage and everything. Actually, we'll need to have the big canner because it won't literally fit 7 in there. Now I'm sad. I'll see you a bit later once I have gone to the garage, gotten my pot, come back, refilled it with water. Ow. I'm like getting so clumsy. I went upstairs to change the battery of the camera and hit my head on the table. See you in a bit. Take number 2. I have gotten my bigger pot. And with these ones I don't need to do any rings on the bottom because it has that plate. But now I need more water. Okay, while we wait for the jam to boil, we're gonna make the crumble for the crumble. So it's saying that we need 140 grams of self-rising flour. Do I have it? No. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use normal flour. 140 grams times 3 is... I'm so bad at maths. 140, 300, 420? 420. Overshot it. The recipe asks for self-rising flour and I don't have any. I just had a little bit of baking soda. Because I think that's what it was. I've read it once somewhere that it was basically flour with either baking powder or baking soda. If you know the difference between the two, please tell me. Okay. Then we need 50 grams of light brown sugar, so that's 150 grams. That's done. And then 85 grams of butter times 3. 80 plus 80 is 160 plus 80 is 240, 255. I have a block of 250, so it all goes in. We have 5 grams less sugar, less butter. Sorry, I am tired. I went to my allotment this morning and planted the tomatoes, and some of the marigolds were eaten. The beans I covered with a netting because apparently things like to eat everything, and these things are called pigeons. I don't have pigeons in my garden, I just have slugs. Oh, updating on slugs. I got 3.5 jars out of my garden, like a jar a night. 3 full ones, and then last night it was only half a jar, but I will just keep on going. The hedgehog has wandered away, he's not around, so he's somewhere else. Because I think their territory can be up to like a couple of kilometers, and they just wander around and stay wherever they want. So that's cool. And now I'm just gonna cut it smaller and smaller until it crumbles. I made it. There you go. And I don't know if you can hear it, but that's boiling. So this looks lovely now. And now we're just gonna start assembling it. I think I'm gonna use these because I have lids for them. And now they're quite biggish, but then me and Mark, if I cut it in half, maybe then it's gonna be okay. We'll be fine. It is such a mess in here. I can't deal with this anymore. I need help. I think I'm gonna start with like 2 or 3 in the beginning. I'm gonna put the crumb on top because I want to know how much I need of this per batch. I'll make one. The thing is, it has large surface area, so yeah, about one. It's gonna be tasty. I don't want to overload it and like have it like so much filling that it's gonna be too soggy, and then yeah, I can always make more crumble, but I think I'm gonna make 4. Let me just check. This smells so nice. I might freeze 3 and one's for supper tonight. Ooh. If I could describe how nice this smells, oh. Look at how gorgeous it looks. Yum. Oh. I'm really looking forward to this now. And it has been about 11 to 12 minutes for those guys, so they are coming out as well. I'm all done. Thank you for watching and being here with me today. I know it's not very fun when I'm doing kitchen because everyone seemed to like gardening more. But in the same time, I need to deal with rhubarb and everything else. So thank you very much. If you like, subscribe and like the video. I don't know. Maybe if you want to, I'm not pressuring you. I'm just gonna go now and clean all of my kitchen because it looks like a storm went through this, which it has me. Bye friends!